Okay. Oh my god. I don't know. I really don't know. It's been rough, you know. It's really been rough. I've been quite busy. It's been a couple of days since my last video. I'm trying to get back on the grind. I'm trying to post as much videos as possible before people I know that I have a YouTube channel. Let's just try and be as creative as possible while feeling so free-minded while we still can. Well, right now, a lot has been going on. I've been marketing. I've been doing marketing for an event that I'm going to be hosting, which is crazy. Yes, I'm actually a person who goes outside and I'm marketing an event. Well, it's not really my event, but we don't get into the details. And I'm just trying to do as much TikTok, as much Instagram, posting as much as I can. And right now I'm in a block because the things that I'm posting and the things that I'm putting out, they're too boring. We've seen this already. It's like I've already posted it, so now I need to move on to the next thing. Yeah, like no rest for the wicked. Hey, no rest for the wicked. Initially for this video, I really wanted to talk about people watching before make a video where I was talking about it, but I wasn't really making sense in the way that I was talking about it. So at least now I feel like I get a grasp at what I want to say, what I'm putting up, you know, putting up what I'm putting down. Do you get what I mean? That's not the right phrase, but we're just gonna go with it. So for those of you who don't know, People Watching is an animated series. It's on YouTube, and it's only on YouTube, which is just so annoying, but what could you say? It could be an Adult Swim production, but no one's locked in clearly except for me. But anyways, People Watching is this animated series on YouTube and only on YouTube. Gosh, how can you describe this to a person? It very much dives into the lives of how they have to deal with certain things, you know, from disabilities to your profession to the political and economic state of the world. Basically, that's what it really dives into. And it's one of those intellectual type of animated TV shows like BoJack Horseman or Pantheon or Scavenger's Reign, like stuff that are that level. I wouldn't say Big Mouth, because that's unmarked territory there. I would say things that are around. What's something like BoJack Horseman? Let me just search this up. Let's see what Google gives us. What does Google give us? Okay, no, I'm talking about animation here, guys. Come on. I wouldn't say Rick and Morty is somewhere near BoJack Horseman, but we take what we can get. Do you get what I mean? Back to People Watching. I wanted to make a video specifically just diving into how amazing it is, because it's like a holy niche. It's a holy niche, bro. It's a holy niche. And they came out with, like, the reason why they're so popular is because, like, their animation style, how detailed it is, how intricate and interesting the topics they like dive into in each episode, and specifically because it's just so millennial, so Bo Burnham. If we wanna go there, it's kind of like Bo Burnham. They came out with a recent season 3 a couple months ago, and it was just a lovely rebrand of all the characters. And what I really love about it is that in the first episode of season 1 and also in the first episode of season 3, they like to do this thing called speed dating. And the speed dating episode basically rounds up all of the characters that are introduced just in one episode. All of the different characters, all their different gimmicks in one episode, and we get a gist of the type of vibe and the type of like headspace that they're at. It's a lovely way of like grouping them together and seeing how they approach life, because they go through that. They use the strategy of just like the relationship world and being in relationships and love and the topic of love to really show the vulnerability of the characters. I think another thing that I really love about People Watching, the just details of the animation and also the tattoos, because I just love the tattoos. Now, though I am diving into all of those little, you know, basic stuff that I really like about the show, the way they navigate their plot, the way they navigate or like structure their episode is a very difficult way to like maneuver, if you would like to say, but it always comes out with this very much altogether conclusion at the end of each episode that just makes you think completely outside of what they formed you to think, and it makes you just go into this space where it's like, wow. And though sometimes or majority of the time at the end of each episode it's always this like sad, depressing type of wow, Do you get what I mean? And it's like, gosh, that's really sad that people have to experience that, or people that have to have knowledge that that is how their life has to be. They always mention about stuff like capitalism, consumerism, all of the isms. Do you get what I mean? And they always talk about it in this way that it's like, that's just the way it's structured. That's the way that I have to deal with it in my life. And being this old, what else can I do other than accept it or find another way of perceiving this? Though some of the episodes, they get into this psychosis, or they get into this certain point of their brain where they are actually put into this continuous cycle of thought. You know, that point where you realize that you're in a cycle of thought, and that it's not only that you're in a cycle of thought, but you're in a cycle of society. Like, you have to accept that people die and you can't do much about it because you have to think about yourself. You have to accept that prices are going higher and jobs are not paying enough for you to be able to pay for those higher prices. So what else can you do? Because that's the same circumstances for everyone. Basically, with people watching, what I was trying to get, the point that I was trying to come across was that in people watching, they really invoke the idea of just people and how we are in society and how there's no escape, and maybe there is an escape. It's more like a will they, won't they, but with philosophy. Crazy statement to say. And then when it comes down to watching these, you know, I said a whole bunch of words that I definitely cannot repeat, but when it comes down to watching people watching, it's like you watch an episode and then you just think about yourself in all of these episodes and all of these situations, and you know that, you know, some people might not relate to them, but most people might have a very deep connection to how they process their thinking. Because when it comes to thinking and overthinking and like having the vulnerability of thought, it really ruins a person's brain, and it really just ruins and completely deteriorates your ability to even want to live. It's not an allusion to suicide. No, we're not here for that. I am glad to be alive. I'm gorgeous. But what I'm trying to say is that people watching gives you this comfort, this hug about why everything is so hard. It obviously subtly gives you an alternative, and also subtly shows you that things are hard, bitch. Things are hard. What can you do? What can you do about this? You can't do much. You really can't do much. Just listen to Ray and sit down. Just listen to Turnstile. Listen to your music and sit down somewhere. Listen to Laundry Day. Listen to Laundry Day. Listen to Tiffany Day. Listen to, what's another person? Let me go on my YouTube and let me just go on my YouTube. Listen to something else. Do not be listening to very much anti-life, terrible voices in your noggin that are telling you that everything is just such a waste. Because let me tell you, they're gonna be there. Honey, they're gonna be there. You can't escape it. But all you can do is find things that block it, like suffocate it. But if that's like anything else, like seriously, you like to crochet that bitch. Yes, crochet that bitch. Back to people watching. People watching is like modern day philosophy, a transcending series. And when I mean that I want to watch an animated series of the sorts, and these days you can't find, these days the good stuff, the good TV shows, the good short film, no, the good films, period. The good films, the good TV shows, animated TV shows, you just have to go on YouTube and you just have to lock in. Either that, or you see something on TikTok, you typey on YouTube, boom shakalaka boom shaka, you find it, and it'll be so much more better than the things that you're finding on Netflix that you're paying for. No, Disney Plus, yeah, Disney Plus, this is for you. Disney Plus, why am I paying to watch Flipping the Bear or Grey's Anatomy? I'm not even a Grey's Anatomy girl. Let me see Bob's Burgers. Why am I paying to watch Bob's Burgers and then you give me more ads? Do you want to slap? It's not rhetorical. Do you want the slap or not? You know, I can be aggressive, but I can be cutesy too. Hey. I've only lived on this earth for not that long, and I can tell you, people watching is quite the nostalgia. It takes you someplace else. Okay, and that is it from me. Bye.